So when I get a customer who wants to get their lawn looking better, usually I'm going to recommend they start cutting the grass taller, aerated and seeded, and then I'm going to recommend that they get on our basic lawn fertilization and weed control program. And I just want to tell you guys a little bit about my basic lawn fertilization and weed control program. Our basic program includes 7 treatments. So each spring we start our program with slow release fertilization, but it's going to feed the lawn for 3 to 5 months. So typically we're putting that out in February or March. And same thing with our pre-emergent. It really, if we could get them both out at the same time, we would. A lot of times slow release fertilizer comes first just because of the weather, and then we come back and do our pre-emergent once we get into March and it warms up just enough that our tanks aren't freezing up on us. After that, we're going to jump into a broadleaf weed control. That treatment is usually the one that most people will see the kill when they're looking for, why didn't the weeds die? Well, that's the treatment that's going to kill them. Now, we're always going to be out there spot treating, but early in the spring, you can't spot treat something that doesn't exist. So this is about the time of year when you're going to see a couple weeds popping up, but we'll be back around in another week or two to spray for that, and then all of a sudden, some of those newer lawns are in great shape. The older lawns don't have that problem. It's all about breaking those weed life cycles. Once the life cycles are broken, the weeds don't usually come back unless you let the yard go for a little while. So we also have a micronutrient mixture that we put in our broadleaf mix. So we make sure that after we get the slow release nitrogen and all the base macronutrients, that we go back in and we put the micros in there as well. Our third treatment is the broadleaf weed control, and then in the summer we're going to move into grub and insect control. So we'll do a grub and insect control. That helps keep the insect pressure down, make sure that you don't have any major breakouts of grub damage or armyworms, cutworms, other turf damaging insects. And then we also go into a sedge and grassy weed control treatment. That comes with a light fertilization, and then we're going to jump back into our slow release fertilization and another broadleaf weed control, and that's going to be our 7 treatment program. All right, so we highly recommend our fall aerating and overseeding to go along with that program, but that's how we do our program. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out to us. I'm happy to answer and let you know more about how our program works.